Yeah, okay. New player circle. So,
Hey man, say man, you already know what I'm gonna say, man. It's your local neighborhood player, Drip Damone Jr. kicking in the Player Circle podcast. Well, we don't try to fit a square into a circle. And hey man, today, man, we got a little Shorty, man, from the Belly movie, man. You know, he was turned up. You know, Belly is one of the most top 10 hood movies ever. You feel me? If you know back in the day with bootlegs, you had the bootleg with all the gangster hood movies on there. Belly was definitely one of them, man. Steady, are you ready? Are you ready? What's going on? Shit was blue like this. Niggas was walking in blue with the blue eyes and shit. I swear I wanted to go. I thought the club was gonna be like that when I got grown. They lied. It wasn't like that. You feel me? But I digress. They caught up with the young man who played Shorty, and it turns out, man, he had a rough life. You know, after that movie, things didn't pan out for him the way he might have imagined. You know, being young with access to a lot of money and things, you know, it led him down the wrong path. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer without any further ado, man. Y'all already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and let's get to the video. So yeah, man, there was a reporter I don't know if they were doing a documentary or something. Caught up with the young brother by the name of Eric Keith McNeil. Says he's turning himself in tomorrow. Damn, you going back to jail? From 12-year-old Shorty was with a gun in his blunt in the Nas movie, you feel me? To an adult ex-offender. Goddamn, let's get to this shit.
I'm just out in the street, walking around, trying to, make $1. Trying to get noticed, really. I'm happy I saw you, because a lot of people don't know who I am. They walk right past me. I'm actually the kid from the movie Belly. My name is Eric Keith McNeil. I was known as Shorty, 1988, sitting on the bench with Nas. So now I'm in the street. And I try to reach out to Hype William, to Nas, to certain people that I know in the industry, and it's hard, Swing hooked me up with Powerful, who knew Wu-Tang Clan, and they got me in Belly. They walked right past me. I'm actually the kid from the movie Belly. My name is Eric Keith McNeil. I was known as Shorty, 1988, sitting on the bench with Nas. Right after that, I did Black and White with Allen Houston, Raekwon.
Man, I don't know if y'all remember this movie. I don't know how old y'all is. I don't know if y'all some young punks up in here. But man, just seeing this little nigga with a blunt, smoking that motherfucker as a kid, man, that shit bugged me out. I ain't gonna lie. Like, what the fuck? You feel me? My little cousin from across the street, that nigga used to be smoking Black and Miles, right? Shit bugged me, blew my fucking mind. But that little nigga was smoking weed, bruh. And I was like, boy, this little nigga crazy, boy. 1998, nigga, I was 8, nigga. 8, goddammit. All the YNs in this motherfucker, but fuck y'all talk about I'm old and I'm unk, G. I'm still big bruh. I ain't hit unk yet. I'm big bruh still. You feel me? I got about less than a month to still be unk. I'm finna be unk in less than a month. It's crazy though. Not gonna lie, finna be unk is crazy.
Mike Tyson. And then I got locked up in 1989. Literally from 1989 to 2019, I was incarcerated.
Hold the fuck up. He said he did the movie in 98. Nigga was locked up in 99. So the very next year after he did that shit, he was 13 when he went to motherfucking jail. God damn. Right after the fucking movie.
With Allen Houston, Raekwon, Brooke Shields, they always in Mike Tyson. And then I got locked up in 1989. Literally from 1989 to 2019, I was incarcerated. And now I'm out and I have no job, I'm homeless. And while in jail, I lost my mother, I lost my sister, I lost my grandmother and my grandfather. I went to all their funerals in prison. So when I came home, I didn't have a family to live with. So now I'm in the street. And I try to reach out to Hype William, to Nas, to certain people that I know in the industry, and it's hard,
But you've been home since 2019?
Yeah, back in on parole. I had 2 violations. I had a 2 to 4 violation for possession of weapon in the third for a knife. I was on parole. They locked me up for 2 to 4. I went to Ulster. I came back out 2022. Got locked back up, and I just came out February of this year.
And how have you been living since February?
Bro, hold on. Just let me get to something. Bro said he went to jail 90. He did the movie 98. Go to jail 99. He go to his mother funeral in jail, sister funeral in jail, grandmother funeral in jail. Man, that shit cold. Then it's a cold story. I wonder what he did at 13. Third goddamn team to make him have to go sit down like that.
Since 2019?
Yeah, back in on parole. I had 2 violations. I had a 2 to 4 violation for possession of weapon on the bench with Nas. Right after that, I did Black and White with Allen Houston. Right on to 2019, I was incarcerated. And now I'm out, and I have no job. I'm homeless. And while in jail, I lost my mother. I lost my sister. I lost my grandmother and my grandfather. I went to all their funerals in prison. So when I came home, I didn't have a family to live with. So now I'm in the street. And I try to reach out to Hype Williams, to Nas, to certain people that I know in the industry, and it's hard, you know?
But you've been home since 2019?
Yeah, back in on parole. I had 2 violations. I had a 2 to 4 violation for possession of weapon in the third for a knife. I was on parole. They locked me up for 2 to 4. I went to Ulster. I came back out 2022. Got locked back up, and I just came out February of this year.
And how have you been living since February, since you've been home?
I've been in like 4 different shelters. They kicked me out, and I sleep on the train. I slept on the train last night. And I just stopped at Dykeman Stop and try to go in the store, steal some deodorants and sell them.
And are you worried about getting arrested again?
I think I live better in prison than I do in the street, honestly.
Man, that's a fucked up reality to be living, bro. Be like, damn, man, I'd rather violate, you feel me, just to get a couple of dollars to get something to eat or have somewhere to sleep for the night type shit. You feel me? He like, man, I live better in jail than I do on the streets, man. That's unfortunate. You feel me? We definitely gonna send some love and some prayers toward the good brother's way. I hope that somebody sees this and, you know, gets in contact with the good brother, man. He, you know, he said he willing to work type shit. So I hope that somebody see this and, you know, reach out, get him a GoFundMe together or something.
And what was...
And not saying nobody owe him, you feel me? Don't nobody owe him nothing. But, you know, like you said, as a kid, he really didn't have no family. And he was just in a fucked up situation. So, then, yeah, it's unfortunate, definitely.
What was the most serious charge that you were convicted on?
Attempted murder and robbery. My friend went up to a cop undercover, tried to rob him. He pulled his gun out and shot my friend, and I shot back at him. It made the news and everything. The helicopter landed on top of the building. I did belly in, and they bum rushed the house and locked me up. That was 2004.
What would you like people to do? Like you say, you're reaching out to people, but...
I would like to tell my story. I want to talk to kids, and I want to tell them I was in belly because I didn't have parents. I was 12 years old, running around South Jamaica, Queens with a gun, smoking weed. And everybody like, yo, Shorty smoking weed, he ain't got parents. And that's when they Swing hooked me up with Powerful, who knew Wu-Tang Clan, and they got me in belly. And then that made me a little worse because I didn't have parental guidance. So now I got hood status. Now I got a gun on me. Now I got money. I got access to stuff that a child shouldn't have access to only because of the movie. So it just made me more ruthless and dangerous, you know? And that's when I got arrested for shooting somebody in 1999 on Farmers 144. I shot somebody when I was 13. I went to Spofford. Then I came out when I was about 15, 16, and that's when the thing happened with the cop. And then I just did all my 20s and half of my 30s in prison.
Would you say that you're reformed?
I'm reformed. I am. Mentally, I'm a lot smarter. Because, you know, sometimes when you go...
Damn, so do y'all think that played a part, you know? Or was he already down that path? He said, you know, he already was walking around with a gun and shit on him. walking around the projects. He really didn't have no family guidance. They took him, put him in a movie. Movie blows up, hood classic instantly. And then now we got this child, you feel me, who's a public figure now. Definitely local neighborhood star, you feel me? Access to money and things he shouldn't have access to. Do you guys think that played a role in his demise? I don't want to say demise. That ain't the word I want to use, but do you think that played a role in, you know, the path that he chose as a youth? You feel me? I think he probably was down the path already, but I definitely do think it played a major part in, you know, him getting, like he said, more ruthless and things like that.
It could make you or break you. It made me more than it broken me. Although I'm broken, it made me more than it broken me. You know, 'cause I'm a lot.
Let me see. We got one kind. What they say? Epic Streamer TV. Shout out to Epic Streamer TV. They say, man, they should have paid him off. Should have paid little buddy off. He probably got a little change, you feel me, but nothing too major.
I'm smart. I couldn't read when I was arrested.
Have you tried to get a job or go to any of these? What about some of these programs that help
I spoke to
men that
Erica
re-entry?
Ford. I spoke to Lance Furtado, the 100 Suits. I spoke to a lot of them. They said they're gonna give me a call back. Then they said, oh, we're not hiring now. We book now. I tried for CEO. I tried for a lot of different organizations to get a job. I walk around, ask people doing construction, could I volunteer off the books? You know, a lot of, not that I'm not racist, but a lot of Spanish people got them jobs.
Right.
So they're not gonna let me work with them because, you know.
Right.
So it's hard. It's hard. And I don't want to sell crack. I don't want to rob nobody. I don't
want you to selling crack either, bro.
More than a parole violation. You understand?
Right.
I'm not that stupid. I get a little shoplifting charge, go 4 months, 5 months. But if I rob somebody, shoot somebody, I'm doing 20 years. And I don't have another 20, I'm about to be 40 years old.
God damn, he said for 15 to 40, he was in a bank. Attempted murder on an officer. He said, I get a little shoplifting, I go down 4 or 5 months. It's nothing. He said that like it's nothing. Boy, I do not want to be gone. I can't do 4 or 5 months. I can't do 4 or 5 months, bro. Not gonna lie, bro. Fuck that. Like, you know how much you miss in 4 or 5 months? Whole world pass you by. I been a got out of the flying cars type shit. That's how I feel about 4 or 5 months. I get out, it's flying cars and shit. He like, bro, but that's the risk he gotta take, man. So yeah, man, I hope they do get with him and, you know, try to get him some work, if anything.
I don't have another 20 years to do.
And what about, do you carry a gun now?
Hell no.
Hell no, on camera, lady.
It's dangerous sleeping on the streets.
No weapon. I boxed in jail for years. So I'm capable to defend myself. But I don't do drugs. I don't carry weapons. I just drink. I drink all day.
Damn.
What do you think when you came out and you see, like, especially now, all these, the gang, you know, all the gang violence and how much it's grown and how much it's affected with the youth? But some of them.
This is something I want to. This is something I want to target. When I was in prison, I started a nonprofit called Step Up, striving to end peer pressure, uniting positive people. I created that myself. When I came home, I didn't have nothing but an EBT card and release papers. You know, I wanted to talk to kids about that because if there's no leadership. When I grew up, I had the 5%ers, and they taught me how to, read this book. You want to smoke weed? Read this book. You want to do this? Do this. Something educational. Now, they don't do nothing. They listen to the drill music. Everybody looks the same, do the same, and no one chasing a facade. Because reality's going to hit you. When reality hits you, and you're going to be knocked off your feet, and it did to me. When I was a kid, people used to tell me, stay in school, do this. I didn't listen to them. Now look at me, I'm about to be 40 with nothing. Homeless, no family, no nothing. Now if I listened to them when I was 12, 13, I probably would have been a millionaire right now. You understand? So that's something I want to talk to kids about. All of this is a facade. You got one life, and you have to live that to your full capacity. Right. And that's not chasing this out here.
Amen, brother.
I want to talk to kids, especially me being who I am. Yeah, listen. Oh, you did, like Bobby Smurda. He always talk about me.
Like that.
Yo, the little kid from the movie made me smoke weed. So if it impacted Bobby Smurda, imagine how many other kids watching me on that bench and want to pick up a blunt or pick up a gun. But do they know to do after that.
Right. And what it did to your life, and what in reality it did to your life.
That's what I want to talk to him about.
Well, thank you for talking with me.
You're welcome.
I appreciate it.
Damn. That was crazy. He say Bobby Smurder say, yeah, man, I was influenced to smoke weed by that nigga. That's crazy. Didn't nobody influence me to smoke weed, nigga. You fed me? Not at all, Jack. Like I said, my little partner used to be smoking Black and Mounds. I used to be like, well, my granny would whoop my ass. This my granny name right here, boy. I was scared of my granny as a kid, nigga. On my mama. Swear for God. Up until I was an adult too, nigga. Not playing. Like, did not play with that woman. You feel me? I don't give a fuck. Did not play with that woman. Very unfortunate situation for the young brother, man. Like I said, I pray they get him a little GoFundMe together. Maybe get him a job. You feel me? A room he can stay in, halfway house, something. Or get him in some kind of program. That'd be nice to see, bro. I hope he do get to talk to some youth and get to tell them like, hey, I thought life was a damn game and it wasn't. And before you know it, blink of an eye, my whole life done passed me by. I'm 40 years old with nothing, homeless. Ooh, it gotta hurt, man. Prayers out to that brother, you feel me? Definitely praying for some strength for you, brother. Praying that, God opens a door for you, good brother. You feel me? Very unfortunate situation. That ain't cool at all, man. I ain't gonna even lie, man. I ain't gonna hold y'all up too much longer. You already know what to do, man. Like, comment, share, subscribe, and we be back with another one when we got another one in, man.
Yeah, okay. New player circle. So, get low. Yeah.